Hello, ciao guys. I hope you can hear me and see me. Not sure. Now I'm connected just with one single SIM card. So let's see. Should be working. Yeah. I was looking at the Seoul Explorer. I was looking at the fancy background. I was like, oh, what the fuck is the green and yellow color? I thought the camera was fucked up. And these glasses are fancy. So yeah, let's go for a walk. So these days, guys, oh my god, like I had to deal with this damn SIM card, and after 2 days and many bestemmie, as we say in Italy, so swears, let's say that God was not that pleased with me. Anyways, yeah, I had to contact like different customer services, and everyone was saying something different. So I could fix some stuff, but in the end I couldn't fix, you know, the whole thing. But now I finally am able to use again eSIM cards on my phone. Apparently in Korea, I don't know why they have to activate that electronically, you know, basically remotely. Anyways, it's a bit complicated. The problem is that I went to eat something, a burger, really quickly, and then I wanted to go to some fancy cafe just to test a little bit. Also because this is not actually the test that I wanted to do. That would have been with the camera finally. But still, I brought my mobile router, my personal one, where I put the SIM card that I was using on the phone till now, and it worked when I was at home, it worked when I was at the restaurant, but all of a sudden, boom, no internet. So now I'm just with one SIM card, and I don't know what the heck is wrong with the other card. This year I made just one single mistake. Just one oh, let's go here. Here. And the single mistake was, instead of going to the usual shop, I went to another freaking shop, and this shop I will never go again to get SIM cards there. I already told you guys, you do what you want, but for me, Chingu Mobile is not really Chingu. Or at least it's not my Chingu, it's not my friend. Fuck them, I had so many problems because of them. Anyways, now, I don't know. Because all this stuff was to be able to stream with the camera. Instead I'm still with the phone. And yeah. So I have solved partially, but in the end not at all. Anyways, talking about other stuff, because I'm also sick of talking about my troubles. Whoa, look at this. Wow. Wow. This is a small cafe, guys. It's not the one that I want to go to, but it's really cute. Oh, they have ice cream? Ice cream sundae. Look, so freaking cool. So the cool thing of this place here is that if you just go around, you find these sometimes all small restaurants, really like old school small restaurants run just by one single ajumoni, and or this little coffee shop like this one. Oh shit. Like, look, there is another one. have to check on my back sometimes because, you know, all these pedals just... Oh, look also this one. This is so cute. Oh, I can see a little... Oh, let me take a picture. It's pretty sweet. Oh, so I was saying the weather is not that good, but actually now the sun came out. Finally. Because today, you know, it rained a little bit. So while I was solving those problems, I said, oh, but in any case, it would be nice to just go out for a couple of hours. Auto shop with printers. Can you hear all the noises? We should be connected to the chat, yeah. I think so. Also, what the heck is this? All these tacos. Yeah, and there is this other thing that I found out that it's full of these places for eating tacos. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm just, you know, roaming around and I checked the cool cafe. It should be not far from here, but I have to check once again the map. And in the meantime, let's go around. It's so cool. I really love this part. So here in particular, there are all these places that for the most like print stuff. So huge pile of papers everywhere. These huge printers, plotters, they should be called. On the other side, there are more places like selling packages, boxes, that kind of stuff. But look. Also this one, paper. Who's angry? Where is the... Nah, it's not angry, it's selling... Orange? No orangey. I don't remember how it's called. Okay guys, now I'll try to find the coffee shop that I was talking to you about. Just give me a sec. Let me put the camera right here. So, but if you don't tell me anything about the image and the sound, it means that you can still hear me pretty decently. So I have to check the map. Because I was searching cool places, I found this one, seems cool. Let's see if it's open, because it says it's open, but you know how it is in Korea. For example, I was searching for a place that I knew it was around here, it closed. Okay, should be, we have to go on the other side. Okay, little spoiler, it's called Boeing Café. you can imagine. Second-hand vintage shop. Oh, there is a vintage shop. Look. Usually vintage shops are on the basement. Instead this one was second floor. I don't know why there is this thing. If you go also in Seoul, in Hongdae, 99% of the vintage shops are in the basement. It seems like a sort of trademark. If you are not in the basement, you are not really vintage shop. Anyways, we have to go that way. I'm not sure if the air is good today because my eyes are a little bit itchy. Oh, T-word. Ah, there is a T-word here. Actually, I should go to that shop to find a freaking good SIM card finally. But I'm not sure if they speak. I mean, I can speak Korean a little bit, but when it's about this stuff, it's always complicated. But it's not complicated because of the language, guys. It's complicated because I'm a foreigner. So you cannot get the proper, like the regular standard SIM cards, and it's always a when I try to explain that I need a SIM card for my router, okay, there are always problems with some SIM card that cannot do the hotspot. Some other SIM cards cannot really, you know, be used in the routers, so it's a mess. See a pile of papers everywhere. Okay, who knows where is the cafe? What the hell was this? Ah, Korean BBQ, look, cool. Wow, nice backpack. I like the lilac backpack. Beside the color, it's really cool. It's like military backpack, but by Nike. Art. Hotel stay but is this the right direction? Nice question. Yeah, no. Eh? Ah, okay, as usual, my phone is not really understanding where I am. That's nice. But I think I have to go in the opposite direction. At least so far the eSIM seems working fine. But this is SK Telecom, thank God it's working fine. It's also the most expensive one. And the best one in terms of speed, at least for foreigners. New Jack pizza, pasta and whatever. Hot pizza and dope music, what else? Right, but this is brand new. I don't know. Premium share house. Okay, let's go on the other side. Weird way to weather. Oh, here there is a banana press. I had coffee from this brand a couple of times. Not the best, I gotta say. And I think the brand is pretty new. There were like 2 or 3 of those in Kannam. That's why last year I tried it when I was living in Yeoksam. So I learned something interesting about norebang. But actually it was not something new, but I got, you know, a new little piece of the puzzle. Sorry. So there are some norebang where actually there are ladies, like in Japan, like it's kind of like same, where the lady is coming or the guy is coming and pouring you the drinks, drinking with you, blah blah blah. And let's say, I think sometimes you know, the evening can continue. You can have some extra later if you pay extra, I guess. But anyways, I thought, you know, that I've never been in one of those places, but you can see, because sometimes there is written like Norebank, but it's really, I don't know, that there are like ladies painted, and I don't know, it's always really like old-fashioned. I mean, the kind of sign that you find outside of those places. So, oh, look at this. So, anyways, the part that I didn't know was that I was convinced, maybe in some places it is like that, but I was convinced that when you go inside those places, you go in a room with your karaoke, with the table, blah blah blah, and then as you order, I thought that the ladies would come in, or the boys, but that they were just, you know, already inside of the place. Instead, apparently you can kind of like understand if it's one of those places, because outside of this Norebank there are, let's say, cars kind of like this one, but all black, with yeah, with those kind of like black window glasses. And basically the ladies wait inside those cars. Wait there, and then when you enter, no, it's kind of like, yeah, the car with the workers. It's just there waiting for customers. Oh, what is this? Yeah, it's a little izakaya. Nice. And this one? Oh, a lot of cute places around here. Also this one. Big Green Coffee and Bakery. Pretty cool. Oh, sandwiches here. This one is fairly big. I might go one day. It seems really quiet. Okay, let's check once again. I think the place where I wanted to go was super close, but then I start, you know, roaming like this, and I just arrived very far, you know, went too far. By the way, sorry guys, but today I'm really kind of like more slow and less energetic than usual, because literally like these 2 days I spent the whole day staying in front of computer, besides like working and doing stuff, but trying to solve these problems, and yeah. Today I'm breathing air, not that fresh, because I don't think the air today is that good, but at least a little bit of open air. Coffee, homemade bagels. Also, this one seems cool. Is it a cafe? I don't understand. Ah no, those made bagels, and then I don't know. Paranmanjan. What the heck is this? What can you order here? Ah, it's still a cafe. guess. Kinda, yeah. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad. Okay, I mean, at least I walked around and done this tour. My mobile router still is not working, thanks to that freaking stupid SIM card. Jesus Christ. I thought, finally I solved everything. Now I will put an eSIM card on my phone, then, as I'm using now, then I will put my SIM card in the mobile router. Yeah, that's it. From tomorrow I will start streaming with my beloved camera. Yeah, time to go to eat, and all my dreams, you know, got broken once again. It seems I'm stuck with this freaking phone for the stream. And people like to stream with the phone. I'm the only one that likes to stream with the camera. I don't know. It is so much better with the phone. Even if I cannot zoom, even if I cannot see what the heck I'm streaming, but still. Okay, this way. Maybe. Yeah. Another cool road. Yesterday, guys, around here, I reached the place. Oh, look at this. Anyways, I reached a little, narrow alley that really was super cyberpunk, with all neon signs, and was really cool. It reminded me actually a little bit of Japan, to be honest. Places like Golden Guy. So, because it was really narrow with all these little food chips, so like pubs, bars, and restaurants, but really small. And this is still part of it. Yeah, look, it was this alley. Look at this. Now I'll get back then. This alley. Look at this. At night, you get a completely different vibe, of course, but it's very cool. I want to come back here. Look, like these little places. Look at this. Bulgiro Brewing. I want to come on to this one, and it was freaking crowded around here, Izakaya up there. Yeah, it was this small one. I mean, there are like other roads, little roads like this, but this one was really cool. Look. Yeah. Convenience snack bar. This is made like the like a convenience store, but it's a bar. Yeah, and that's really like Japanese style. Japanese pub. Izakaya. Yeah, it's a little alley that really, even if it has hangul all around, but it really feels like Japan, this one. It's pretty cool. Also, this fancy place, hidden. And it's pretty hidden because wine bar and shop. Wine to love. It's preheat, I was saying, because this is really close to Ujiro Samka. But you have to walk, you know, all these alleys. So also this one. Oh, you see this one? This is the place where I wanted to go. Departures. This is made like this is called Boeing, and this is literally made like an airport. Look, with the destination and stuff. Let's go and check. Seems cool. Should be the one, I guess. That's cool. Is it here? Boeing? I guess. Yeah, there are even luggages. Look at this. Wow. 안녕하세요. Let's try this. And cake. Chocolates. 저기요, 그거 여기 안 돼요. 네, 감사합니다. 감사합니다. This place is really cool. I don't know why there are no people because I think it's so freaking instant, but it's really cool. They even have wine on that side. Look. Come back here to work, you know. It's so cool. The chairs, wow, this cafe is so cool. It's called Boeing. You see, it's made like an airport. Like the part is inside, like inside a Boeing, really like an airplane. Look, I'll show you a little bit around. Look at the part. It's crazy. And look, the images of the airport going on the screen, like luggages all around. And even wine you can get. You see, it's really chill. I love it. You know, I was searching for cafes around here, and I was looking. There are always like themed cafes around. I've seen this one. I was like, Boeing. Seems cool. Actually, it's so cool inside. Super nice. But I expected this to be really crowded as hell. But there's no one now. And what time is it? 3 and something, 3 and 15. Anyways, this thing's still not working. Not 4G. This SIM card is such a crap. Anyway, it's super cool. It's in... I will put later the address if you want, but it's really close to Unjiro Samga. You can check it on the map, I think. The map should be active. So this is what I got. This is like banana. It was the new one, so I took it. It's made with the banana uyo they have here, and this is just the chocolate. The chocolate cake. So let me take a picture, but pictures also of the place because it's crazy. Yeah, like this. Okay. Yeah. Looks good. As usual, these kind of cafes are not the cheapest ones in Seoul, but it's a dim cafe, it's all fancy, so of course you're going to pay for the location too, right? Plus, I always, this is, a thing that I usually do, but it's just me. When I go to a new place, if they have like signature latte or any fancy drinks that is new, or anyways it's kind of like exclusive of the place. Usually those are more expensive. It's not always a good thing to get them because it's not that they are always that yummy. But usually I get those, just because I want to try. I always called a friend of mine here because she tends to get always Americano, and I'm like, well, Americano you can get it everywhere. In some places, when we go to them, if we go to some really fancy cafe that they have a lot of different like flavors of coffee, and they have like different qualities actually. And stuff is good to get Americano because you can get really good coffee. Otherwise, to me, it's good to test different stuff. This is very good. Okay, let's taste this. real choco. Look at this. Look. Can you feel it? Very good. Seems like I'm in an airport or something. It's pretty cool. By the way, I like this song. Now, if I have the chance, we go around here at night. Yesterday I passed by with the because as I said, for 2 days I've just been home trying to solve things and I was really wasted. So yesterday, just briefly, I came out, took the bike and I started going around here, and I didn't see the place. I've seen this today, but you know, I've seen the Cyberpunk alley and all people, you know, around here. Actually, a lot of people. So I was really surprised. I have to go really slow with the bike because I didn't expect to see that many people here. It's really hidden. This kind of places though are really my style because sorry, I told you. Because you can find these little cozy places, not that big, you know, a lot of variety, a lot of different places. You can also do, you know, just a tour of bars, like getting a drink here, a drink there. So it's cool. And there's a good mix of stuff. You can find traditional Korean food, but also tacos. Oh, the music here is cool. Cake is good. I really love it, this place. I think because it's really close to where I am. It's just one stop of metro, but actually if I grab the bike and I stop it here, it will be like, you know, 2 minutes. I can even go by feet. I think I might come back here with my stuff to study or to work, because I mean, if I can get in, for example, in that corner, it would be perfect. I love it. And this is that thing about South Korea that I honestly suffer so much when I'm not around here. because we don't have this kind of places. I mean, not these themed ones, but just parts where you can work, study. Wow, this cake is really good. I almost finished it. By the way, I want to show you on the map. This place is here, really close to Ujiro Samka. It's really close. It's called, I don't know if it's focus. Yeah, and it's called Boeing Café and Wine Bar. It has a lot of reviews on Naver, like almost 500. It closes at 1. Oh, nice. It's open from 12 to 1 a.m. to 12 p.m. from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. every day. Yeah, every day. That's cool. The thing about Korea is that if you search for a cool cafe, not just the big brands, usually it's not a problem, like not just this zone. These are all the cafes just this dream cafe. I think there was one with dogs, I'm not sure, but since I didn't know, if I could stream inside with the phone. This burger working here as pet coffee. Some places incredible around here, some cafes are really so cool. The one with dogs, I think it was called Horangi, which means tiger. But I just saw it quickly and now I don't know where it is. really nice if this printing work. What the heck is the footage in the back? Hey Langstrand, how you doing? I found this place. You see here, it's literally like inside an airplane and also an airport. Those planes are Continental Airlines, but Continental Airlines went out of business over 10 years ago. Yeah, but that's not the point. Oh, thank you. I was feeling like, what the fuck? Langstrand, I told you, you have to be around here more often. It's always, you know, something new to know. So I can give you like tips or, you know, little tips about Korea, and you give me this kind of random curiosities. Yeah. Can we collaborate, please? No, there are also news there. I'll show you a little bit around. But so this is a kind of like cafe, but also wine bar. You see the wine there. It's in Uljiro Samga. Wow, the corner, I love it. Is that Times Square? Is kind of like Manhattan? Yeah, yeah, there is written also. Yeah, Times Square. And then, okay, here there is this, yeah, this panel with the airport. And sorry, because I have to. Okay, just a sec. And that's the entrance. You see, there are even luggages, and literally like an airplane. It's so cool. It's pretty cool. I don't know why there are like no people around. Now, not Trigger Center, but I was alone. Still fighting with my the soap. They're going for the wine. Anyways. This is really cool. Actually, all this zone is really cool. A lot of different things. To explore this zone like in a decent way it would take like weeks, because there are so many little cafes, like hidden restaurants. And even in here, for the most, there are like not the tall building because it's an old zone. Still, like many places are at the second floor. So what you see at the street level is not even all that this place has to offer. It's pretty cool. Plus here, I really love the vibe, also like the chairs, the stuff that they how they designed the interior. Pretty cool. By the way, yeah, those are the news. It's CNN live. Would be funny if they use the plain seats in the back for seats, but you can sit there. You can sit there. Those are usable. I don't know if you can even use if there are like the little folding tables, whatever. I think you can see it over there. It's just, I mean, I don't know if it's comfortable, but yeah, you can sit there. But these little chairs are not bad. This one. maybe this place becomes a little bit more lively towards the evening, because since they close till at 1, so they're open for a long time. Usually even cafes in Korea, I mean, depending on the type of cafe, but even at 9 they close, you know. Like the big chains, usually they stay open until 11, I think. But this one, since it's this place, I think they got this idea to make it cafe/wine bar. Because of course in the evening people will come here, I guess, to drink with them. They have a lot of bottles in the fridge. That was smart enough. And I was expecting that this place would have been crowded now. So I tried, like, but when I entered, I was the only one. I wish cafes stayed open longer here. Yeah, I wish I had like places like this in Italy in general, you know. As I was saying a few minutes ago, every time I go back to Italy, I really miss like the Korean cafes, because there are a lot of times where I just don't want to stay at home because I work remotely, and when I'm in Italy I work from home. But sometimes I really would need, you know, a change, you know, just even changing the walls around me. And every time I try to check, there's not in Italy, in Rome right now, you open like Starbucks, like 2 Starbucks in the center, but let's say that only the flagship store, which is really close to Via del Corso, is really big. The other one is inside the train station and it's pretty small. But still, because it's super crowded, it's not a good place to go to study and work. Not at all. Actually, there are 3. There is also another one close to the Parliament. Same, it's full of kids, of course. There are other places besides Starbucks. There aren't really other places like this. In Italy, unless it's one of those big bars, they usually are kind of like a mix. They also sell pastries. Otherwise, you know, usually they are pretty small, and the coffee culture is different. We drink espresso and go. Even cappuccino, it's not that we stay there for a long time. There's Starbucks in Italy, I'm surprised I survived. I'm surprised I survived there. In Italy, Starbucks, it wasn't a thing until last year or 2 years ago. I think maybe there is in Milan and in Rome, and that's it. But usually these places are not really that popular. I mean, might be popular between tourists or between kids. Otherwise, in Italy, those kind of places don't really achieve big things, you know. Just so you know, in Italy, Domino's Pizza tried to open, you know. I mean, that was a little bit too much. You cannot open Domino's Pizza in the land of pizza, of real pizza, not shitty pizza. And I don't know how many stores they open. They're all closed. All closed. It's done. They cease the activities in Italy officially. And they will never get back. They will never come back. But I mean, some things are really so part of the culture in Italy that it's really hard to eradicate them, you know, or change them. But I always said, you know, Starbucks to me is a little bit different. If you go to Starbucks, it's not that you go there because you want the good espresso. That would be stupid. We have a lot of bars. But if you want a place with space to work, space to study, or, you know, just hanging out with friends. And it was the same, you know, back in the days, really back in the days, when McDonald's open in Italy. I remember that for us it was a place to hanging out with friends. So even nowadays, I mean, there are a lot of even really small kids with families, but McDonald's in Italy is still kind of like the place of teenagers, you know, because yeah, let's say yeah, for the most like middle school students and high school students, because it's a place where when you start like going out alone with your friends and you want to hang out in a place, you know, that is kind of like cool, of course, for that age. And McDonald's, you know, back in the days was really something new, and he came from America, so for us it was kind of like, oh cool, yeah, that's cool, let's go to McDonald's, right? And also because of course it was something very different from the Italian traditional stuff. It was just a place to hanging out. And actually, to me, if cafes like these would open in Italy, it would have been nice, because it's a place to hang out, but with, you know, even for a little bit more older people, grown-ass. Yeah, because I mean, places like this, not just for kids, but even, I don't know, 30 years old, 40 years old people probably would just find it a nice place to have a chat. The funny thing is that Italians really love to chat at table, but for the most we still do when it's lunchtime or dinner time. So you can recognize Italian, because Italian, when we eat, we start talking, even when we finish, especially if we are in big groups, the things goes on and on and on and on. While instead, for example, in the US, the culture is totally different. Like even if you go to a restaurant, they eat kind of like with a fast food mindset, really quick, and then they go. Instead, in Italy, it's like, yeah, let's grab something to drink, then let's grab the coffee, then let's grab something after the coffee, usually like liquor and stuff. That's inside the restaurant. And that's why I think that places like this would work, and I don't understand why they don't open it. I thought Italy has a lot of old people hanging out in cafes and stuff. As I was saying, it's a bit different. So, for example, those cafes that have a little bit of like seats inside, but usually, as I said, those are big cafes, okay? So those places where you can find like cornetto, all the pastries, because they usually do the pastries, you know, they also have the ovens to do that. Those places usually have a part with tables and stuff, and yeah, people go there, especially like yeah, adults, I would say like 30 and over, 30, 40, 50, 60, blah blah. Or especially in the summer, a lot of places have like seats outside, like tables and chairs, and yeah, you can find like people there. But the standard bar, okay, where you get the espresso, usually it's a fairly small store where you go, you just drink at the table, and you go. Yeah, there is also a time for a quick chat, but usually the espresso is like, oh, you know, bye, like this. So it's a bit different. But yeah, I mean, for example, there are like bars, as I said, bars with seats inside or outside, and usually sometimes also with gardens, that kind of stuff. But people, for example, in Italy, go in the afternoon to do aperitivo, so to drink the spritz and to eat something. And in those cases, yeah, you hang out for a long time. And actually now, especially in Rome, you know, the aperitif should be something where you drink and eat just small bites. But in Rome, we call that apericena, which is a mix of aperitif and dinner. So you drink, but also you eat a lot. So basically, it's like sort of brunch, but for the evening. And so it's a mix of aperitif and dinner. That means that you are going to skip dinner because that's your dinner. And in those cases, yeah, you start like at 6 p.m. and then it goes on and on and on and on. But you know, it's really, sometimes it really depends also on the region where you are. For example, in the north of Italy, in places like Veneto, when people go out, young people, but also old people, yeah, pretty much everyone, when you go out in the evening, they go to a bar to drink, then they move to another bar to drink, then they move to another bar to drink, and sometimes, because there are really small towns, they even go in bars that are in different towns, but close, you know, because really, those small towns, you can think when you imagine like Italy in a romantic way, it's really small towns. Yeah, and there is this thing, you know, of doing this drinking tour, and that's, for example, something that in Rome it's different, because if you're in Rome, it's not that you are going around, you know, the towns around Rome, because Rome is very big. And maybe sometimes, you know, if we go in the center, for example, in Trastevere, yeah, there is this thing to go in different places because you walk for the leader roads. Sometimes you just grab something to drink and you walk and drink. But otherwise, you know, when you go out, for example, when it's a little bit more cold, like autumn and winter, we just decide one pub and that's it. You go with friends in one pub and you stay the whole evening there, the whole night. So it really depends. Just to give you... Today we are talking about Italy instead of Korea. It's good, it's good. I'm always more than willing, you know, if you're curious about Italy, of course, that's part of the content, no problem. But still, you know, with all that being said, we really lack places like this. And I can tell you this for sure because last year when I got back in November in Italy, I was constantly checking for places because I wanted to just, you know, go to work there, just bring in my laptop. And I live in Rome, and I live not too far from the center. I mean the northeast part of Rome. I couldn't find a single one. There was like someone that popped up in like different blogs, I think, about we have these places that we call like literature cafes. Usually they are like small places with books, but there is kind of like one that is a little bit bigger. I don't even remember the name, that is frequented also by foreigners for that reason, because there is a little bit of place to work, but otherwise it's not really a thing. I mean, you can go to one of those big bars, as I told you, and bring your laptop. Yeah, you can do it, but first of all, I don't know if nowadays maybe it's changed a little bit, but yeah, maybe it has changed, but it's not like here that as you enter, okay, this is the Wi-Fi password, because here is really a thing to come in the cafes to just stay there with your laptop, you know? In Italy it's not like that, so sometimes I would probably imagine that no, you cannot even find the internet connection. And besides that, probably, yeah, you will find really noisy places, so not really good to study or work unless you go with the headphones. Instead, as I was saying earlier, here you write Café just in the place where we are, around here, and all the red dots are cafes. And this is really a small area. Okay. I mean, of course, if I do this in Rome and I just put bars, yeah, I will find a lot. But the difference is that all this stuff that I'm showing you, like these are all cafes where you can enter and sit. And it's not that every cafe, every single one would have a theme like this one, but still, how do they all stay in business? But yeah, that's the thing actually. First of all, I keep updating my map. So on this one, on my main phone, because on this one I'm not connected to my profile. It's a bit complicated here with Naver. But on this one, where I have my main account, I save all the cool places. Okay, and the problem is that even super cool places that you would never imagine that they might close. In Korea, you know, you just don't go to the place for 1-2 months and it could disappear all of a sudden. So yeah, there is this thing. And what's crazy to me is that, for example, now I don't know nothing about prices and stuff, but to build this place, there was, you know, I think thinking about the concept, putting like even, I don't know where they got those, but you know, the part of an airplane, because I mean they even have like the trunks to put the luggages, and those works. But this is the part really seems original. I don't know where they got this. Maybe some dismissed airplane. I have no idea. Anyways, they build these places, put money, and then, you know, after just sometimes few months, they disappear. When, not last weekend, 2 weekends ago, I think. No, or maybe last weekend. Jesus Christ, I stream so much that lately that I don't know. Anyways, I went to Seoul. In Seoul last year, I went to this beautiful cafe that was on 3 floors. They had a huge, as you enter, like a huge table with all different stuff that you could get, like pastries and sandwiches and something really big. And the place was crazy. Like when it was around the Halloween time, they put a lot of decoration and really big, you know, super big. Just on a corner of the street, one of the crossroads in Seoul. I went there just last weekend, and I was looking for the place because I remember it was cool. I wanted to see it. It disappeared. There is a Shake Shack, so the burger franchise. And I was like, how is it possible? It was so fucking cool. That's it. So I keep saving stuff on my map, but the thing is that in Seoul, even, you know, after 3 months, everything. No, I didn't get the Shake Shack. No, I was disappointed. No, but I found a really cool restaurant of ramen that I want to go to. But you know, even the restaurant of ramen, which is new, I'm sure that I can go now, and then maybe next year it will be gone. This is the thing of South Korea, I mean Seoul in particular, that places open and close really at the speed of light. Some places will stay there, but others, geez, it's crazy. It is crazy. In Italy, unless things go really bad for some reason, but there is this thing of, you know, bars and restaurants that are there and stay there for years and years, like, oh, this is, you know, this was the restaurant of my grandfather, and then, you know, it was run by my father, and now it's me, and then it will be my son. So places like that, you know, there are a lot. It's strange. Maybe a bunch of rich people, kids, just doing that for... what I understood, but it's only a part, you know, of the story. It's not always like that. Is that still for speculation sake, I would say, some people actually takes places in, especially in hot places, okay? They try to get a place, renew it, make it popular, and then they kind of like sell. But the thing is that, okay, I mean, because I heard about this and read about this several times, and I understand it, but you know, to some extent, because the thing is that I don't understand though about this is, but if I want to get a place, okay, there's someone just, you know, basically started and made, you know, grow and made popular. If I just get, you know, and pay for that activity, I will continue with the name probably. It's not that I'm taking the place, I'm just dismounting everything, changing completely the interior design, changing the name, and then, oh, okay, I got the place. It was cool before. Yeah, but now it's different. I don't know if you get what I mean. Is that I don't understand this part of the story. Because if I start a restaurant and it becomes famous, and then I want to sell it to you, you know, but okay, people later will probably know, okay, you know, the owner changed it, maybe, you know, it is not good as it was. Yeah, those kind of stories happen also here. But for the rest, yeah, you see these places that maybe, you know, they were on fire, so freaking good, and, you know, with a lot of people. Like, for example, the one in Seoul that I'm talking to you about, man, on those 3 floors, trust me, that you always would have found really difficult to get a seat out of 3 floors. I always had to, you know, do these fucking stairs with the tray, like, oh no, here everything is occupied, there are no empty seats. Ah, okay, let's go down, oh, let's go up, like this. It was crowded. It's not that I'm talking to you about a place, yeah, 3 floors, what, a freaking desert. No, not at all. So that's why I don't understand the logic sometimes. I don't get it. I mean, I understand that some places are so big and run by so many people, you know, because those big places, if they want to work, they need like 3, 4, 5, 6 people working inside. So you really need to make a lot of money to pay all the salaries, keep the place up, etc. So I can understand that in the long term, unless you do really, really big numbers, maybe it's not even that convenient to keep it open, okay. But the part like, okay, I get a property to, you know, make it popular and then resell it to make money, yeah, and then I get it and I pay even more of the price that probably the previous one got the place, and then I change everything. Because, you know, this is the thing, this happens also in Rome. If I sell a bar to you, it's pretty common to change the name and stuff, but why? Because actually the thing that is important is that you have all the papers and all the stuff inside, like for example the kitchen, all the connection to electricity, all the stuff that you might need, you know, for example a kitchen. There are 1,000 rules in Italy, so it's really a pain in the ass. But if someone already went through that process, it saves you a lot of time, and also that has a big value, okay? So I can understand, like, oh, I have a dream to do a cafe, but I don't give a shit about how he did it, you know, I just need the place that already has, you know, all the connection and stuff, and already the kitchen built in, okay. But here it's totally different, they change everything. Sometimes they even change the position of where is the freaking kitchen or the seats. I don't know. But I think it's part of the culture, because in Korea there is this thing that they demolish and rebuild, demolish and rebuild, demolish and rebuild. And so it's the same in Japan. Yeah, it's true. It's true. In Japan it's the same. Even if, but maybe, you know, this is my perception, and I've been in Tokyo only once, but I used to follow a streamer in Japan. I would say that, sorry, let me read. Whenever they remove all of the interior, everything, even the floor. Yeah, but what I want to say is that I would say, at least from my point of view, that when you go to Japan, you still get a little bit of that feeling like, oh, wow, this place is pretty old school. You know, there are a lot of like old restaurants, old izakayas, old bars in general. You know, they really are not just old in terms of like the structure, like the interior design and stuff that you can feel, oh, it's really old. No, but really like run maybe for generations, you know, or maybe there is this guy, this old guy running this place, and they ran the place for like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. That kind of thing there is also here, you know, because you can find these cheap, these little restaurants run by one or two ajumonis, really old ajumonis. But here I have this kind of feeling in specific zones. For the rest, it's everything fucking new, you know, new, boom, 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 and actually they renew everything. If a place opened 5 years ago, it's old, boom, just demolish everything, rebuild, redo. Instead, in Japan, I had that feeling, you know, but also watching the streams and stuff, but also walking around, at least Tokyo, I got the feeling that there is way more like traditional places that are really rooted, you know, and that they are going to stay like that for a long time, and they stayed like that for a long time already. So here it's a bit different. But for example, I love this zone. Now that I go out, I take another tour around this zone, because this zone it is like this, Ujiro, it's really an old zone, and I can feel also if places like this of course are pretty new, but still you have these old buildings, and some places you can see that are old, so it's cool. Trump signs major deals with Qatar. Okay. So but still, it's interesting, you know. To me, finding zones like this in Seoul is really precious, because I like the vibe of the city. It's really also comfortable, because all the new stuff it's really, you know, always well thought, comfortable, super clean. Okay, but sometimes because I'm Italian, I guess, or European in general, but I really need also this kind of like old school vibe, and it's the mix to me that makes the city fascinating. But somehow I feel, I mean, I should stay in Japan for a longer time to really be able to make a good comparison. But to me, maybe because I'm used to this place, I don't know, but Seoul is more manageable. What I mean is that Seoul, it is big, and it has really a lot of places, but it's not like Tokyo. Tokyo, if I think about doing what I'm doing here in Tokyo, so kind of like trying to explore most neighborhood possible and try to find all the places that I like and save the places, and oh, this is the place with that kind of vibe, oh, this is the place with those kind of restaurants, oh, this is the place with those kind of parks. I think that in Tokyo would take like 10 times more. Here the difficulty is that things change really quickly, so it's really hard to, you know, keep up the pace. It's impossible. But still, you know, you get an idea. Okay, Tokyo is fucking huge. Tokyo, even to move from one place to another, it is comfortable with the subway, but it takes time. I mean, for example, if you want to go to Odaiba just to see the Gundam and then we go back, it means hours of time. Literally hours. In Seoul, depending on where you are, I mean, with 1 hour you are exactly on the opposite side of the city. So, and probably with the, you know, I should try one day, but with the subway, with the line number 2, if you just want to do the loop, honestly, I don't think that it takes more than 1 hour, 1 hour and 30. Not sure. I should try. Anyways, you are doing the whole freaking loop, you know, so going all around north and south. Tokyo is so cool. I want to go back, but it's fucking, I mean, besides the zones that we all know, like Shinjuku, Shibuya, Akihabara, but actually even if you go to those places, like in Akihabara, I stayed a whole freaking day, and I think I was able to visit the 30% of what is there, maybe 30, I don't know. It's impossible. It's really crazy. Shibuya, Shinjuku too is, there are so many things to see, many places to go. Nothing, this is gone. I don't know why, till I was at home, you know, and I had the 4G and then boom. Yeah, it's huge, well, it's the biggest city in the world after all. Yeah, I was looking at the ranking, how big it is. And I was really surprised because Rome, I think it's almost I thought that Seoul was bigger than Rome. Actually, Rome, I think, is 2 times the size of Seoul. But Tokyo is like 2 times the size of Seoul, something like that. Let's see. But something that I was sure, you know, without reading the freaking charts, was that just staying there, that in Tokyo there are so many fucking people. City district versus metropolitan. Yeah, I'm always thinking about that because also Rome. For me, Rome is the part inside the road, the ring road that we call Grande Raccordo Anulare. So the one that is all around the city, but actually also the zones outside of that are Rome. But to me, Rome is just a part, and actually, for many people, Rome is just really the center. But to me, is inside the ring road, it's Rome. But actually, friends that I have live outside of the ring, it is Rome. It's not another town, it's Rome. So yeah, depending on the size. So in my brain, Rome was just that part, and probably just that part, I think. I don't know, I should check, but I think it's smaller than Seoul, just the part, or maybe same. I don't know. Okay, list of larger cities. Let's see. Yeah, Tokyo, number 1. The population estimates is something is a little bit less than 40 million people. And the area is 2,200 square kilometers. While then there is Delhi, Shanghai, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, Cairo, Mumbai, Beijing, Dhaka, Osaka. Yeah, but Beijing, for example, I mean, of course, Beijing it has less population, but the area is 16,000 square kilometers, 16,000. It's like 8 times Tokyo. So you will never see the end, right? You try to see the horizon and no, you cannot see it all. We need eagle's eyes. Anyways, where the fuck is? Where is? I don't find. Oh, okay. Seoul is the 35th in ranking. It has around. To me, this is not updated, but okay. Around 10 million people. Feels a little bit more, honestly. And it has. Sorry, this was then. Okay, not density. Square kilometer. Where the fuck? It's a bit hard to because I have to scroll. Just a sec. Where was it? 35. Yeah, so Seoul is 600 square kilometers. So that's the thing that was really surprising to me, because Rome should be 1,200. But as I said, I think, you know, considering what to me is really suburbs, but really outside, even outside of the ring, it's crazy. So here is 600, Tokyo is 2,000. It means it's more than 3 times Seoul. You put like 3 Seouls like this and you get Tokyo. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you want to do this kind of crazy content that is in my mind, like trying to explore all the possible zones and there is, you know, this place there, this place there, the kind of, you know, restaurant, cafe, blah blah blah. How can you do in Tokyo? I mean, besides the super famous zones, I'm not sure that, and probably they are not, like the old neighborhoods are really that interesting. I don't know, but I don't have the knowledge to say it. But let's say, yeah, every single part is interesting. How can you? I mean, you really need a lot of time, because to me, the thought is always like, but how much time do you need to go around? That's the thing. The thing that I like of Seoul is that it's fairly easy to go around. As I said, if I want to go all to the south, it's fine, it's okay. It doesn't take much. You know, the cons of this is that this is the reason why they built these freaking skyscrapers everywhere, because they don't have much land, so they have to... What is wrong in this freaking... There is no wrong? What? It's impossible. There should be wrong. Let's see. I mean, Rome is pretty big. Not that big? Okay. No Rome. Okay. Let's see Rome. Yeah, Rome is I remember, 1,200 square kilometers. So it's it's exactly the double of Seoul in those terms. And how many? Here on Wikipedia it says it has 3 million of residents. I think it has at least 6 million. Okay, no. Why it says different numbers? How many citizens? Let's see. Citizens. I think anyways there are at least 6 million people in Rome, and here they more than the double. Because the problem of these cities is that you cannot just count the citizens, there are so many freaking tourists. That's the thing in Japan. When I was in Tokyo, after, you know, coming from here, not even from Rome, from here, and Rome is already a super crowded city, then you come here, then you go to Tokyo, and I remember in the freaking metro, like I was in Shinjuku, the freaking metro was, I was like, I've never seen so many people in a subway. It was, and all different people from all the possible countries, I guess. You know, even Japanese are so different one to another. At least here Koreans are all the same, you know, same style for the most. In Japan I could see like American people, Indian people, European people, African people, and then the Japanese, like there is the Gothic Lolita, just the average salary man, and then there was the punk, and then I don't know, the grunge guy. It was like, oh my god, it's crazy. Tokyo is crazy. Also this is crazy because it's not working. Anyways, I still have to plan, but let's see if this year I would like to go back in Japan. At least a few weeks. Yeah, it would be nice. Last year I went, but just 1 week and I couldn't really stream. I was with a friend going around and I brought stuff, but one day I wanted just to stream at least from Akihabara, but I had the feeling that it would have been, it was my first time there. I had the feeling that it would have been hard, and streaming from Akihabara to me it's really hell. I don't know if anyone has done it. You can find videos on YouTube, yeah, but that's a different thing. But going around with a stick in Akihabara, going around the shops, no way. Maybe if you put the camera somewhere on a mount, then it can be a thing, but it's so overcrowded. It's impossible. But that was, you know, the only day that I said, let's go, I will stay the whole day there. But I brought all my stuff and I was like, okay, I arrived in Akihabara, I've seen the situation, I was like, no stream today. So I had all my computers set up at home. Nope, not today. Anyways guys, I think it's time to go. So let me give this back and then we go. We just landed. Time to go out, you know, from this freaking airplane. I'll show you a little bit around and then I'll go home also because, yeah, it's a little bit late. It's okay. I hear people are also like eating small bites, like little sandwiches. Cake too. I got the cake. Anyways, I think now I have just to understand, guys, because the SK Telecom's eSIM, as I imagined, it's really good. I have to check the quality on the bot, but if you tell me that the image is okay and the sound is okay, then it means that it's okay. And it's pretty stable, way more stable than the KT. But I have to understand, because I really have no idea why the mobile router is not working. It was working, I went to eat the burger, then I started streaming. As I was starting streaming, boom, it was not working anymore, no signal. Like the mobile router is working, but I have no signal, no internet from the SIM card, so I don't know. Anyways, let's go. I'll show you around while I go. 안녕히 계세요. 감사합니다. So you see here, there is even another place going the third floor. Ah no, fourth? No, that one is fourth floor and this one is third floor. Look. Anyways, this place is so cool. Flight etiquette. If you just see this when you arrive, so cool. Oh, and guys, there is another cafe. Actually, there is a cafe and then a wine bar really close to where I live in LA. That seems a place that came out from a horror movie. Anyways, you see how it is here. Let me show you once again, but it's really cool. As I was saying, small places. And this is really Japanese. Drag queen show, let's go. Actually, let me go from... My only complaint is they play their music too loud. I don't like that in restaurant cafes. Yeah, there instead is techno music. What the fuck? Yeah, but you know, in many places like this in Korea. But the music was pretty chill, I gotta say. So, by the way, this is from the outside. Really, look, departures. There is not even written like Boeing, you know, as a name, because the place is called Boeing, at least on the map. But then when you go outside, it's departures. So there is a mix of these printing shops, you know, and stores and etc. And then these fancy bars, Oriental House Party dining bar, I guess there. Yeah, here is so cool. I love this place, guys. It's really cool. And I love the mix, like, look, like this kind of bar, and then on the other side there is just the noise of the printing machines. It's crazy. It's freaking cool. I don't know why people keep going to Chungmu-ro Samga. Chungmu-ro Samga is so much better. So this place. So let's go. Hotel bene. Ok, bene? Bene ragazzi, è molto bene qua. Sì, sì. Bene, bene. Bene means well. Good. Hotel bene. Oh my god! Wow, there is this place also here. I haven't... Guys, this one says Yummy Udon Gyoza. There is the same one, but it's bigger in Kannam, and last year I went at least 3 times. It's so fucking good. Now that I know. But let's see if it's nice like the other one. Because the other one was adorable inside. Let's see. This one is a little bit more... yeah, they have a Super Mario list. Yeah, the other one is a little bit more cool, but still. Good to know. Look at these. This is taco. Pretty cool. here, if you need some price, a cup, whatever. Yeah. Ujiro, pretty cool. Another taco shop. There is this thing about tacos around here then. Let's go this way. So imagine that yesterday in the evening, just because as I said, I was, as they say here, tap. I was really feeling bad because I stayed the whole day at home trying to fix all the problems with the SIM card. I went around this place in the evening with a bike. Yeah, and I found those roads so narrow with people, all people around, because in the evening there are a lot of people going there to drink. And I felt like, you know, especially in some alleys, I felt like in those movies, like when they go to Chinatown or in Hong Kong, you know. There's that kind of vibe. I guess because it's older, you know, everything is a little bit older. As I was saying, if you go in other places, it's really, everything is super new, but here, with all the signs in hunger and all these shops, old shops, you can see. You know what, guys, I hope, I really hope with all my heart that this part of the city will stay like this. Look. Let's go this way. Because this tendency, I understand that they need space and so they built in vertical. But these places are so fucking fascinating. So I really hope that, you know, at least a few will stay like this, because this is fucking cultural heritage. I think you need places like this to remember, you know, like where you came from, like to see also the difference between all the cool new stuff that you do. You still need places like this that are super nice. Look at this. Now, is this road blocked or not? Because I'm just adventuring new alleys just to see what I'm missing around here. Coffee shop. Ah, there is a cafe there? Okay. And here. This is a restaurant, guys. Ah, okay. Already. Oh, there is another Caffè Bene. Ah no, the one was Hotel Bene. This one is the Caffè Bene. Okay. Bene. So cool going around there, really. So look how clean and new is this. After we have been in those alleys, you know, it hits you in a different way. Look also this. This is a restaurant. Also this one, you know, this place is like there is literally 2 tables inside the place, two tables, and you see only Koreans inside. Those places are good. I've been in places like that also when I was first year I came here in 2022. A friend that lives in Busan came to Seoul for a few days, and I remember going around these alleys kind of like this, but I was in Cheonggang, so slightly more in the north. And she checked on the map, and she took me, you know, around these little narrow alleys, and I was like, what the fuck are we going? Everything was closed, you know, in the evening, because there were kind of like shops like those, so really old school stores and stuff. And at some point we arrived to an open restaurant, same vibe. It had like maybe 4 tables, and there were like two ajumonis running them, and one was so old, like old bent. I remember she put the smartphone on the ear like this because she couldn't really hear, I think, anything like. And when we called her, she couldn't really hear us. Like, Imoni, Tokyo. Nothing. And it was super good, the place. It was super good. But it's a place that I don't know, my friend, how she could really find it, because it was literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. You had to go around these little roads with everything, you know, with lights off. You could see all the doors closed, all the gates closed. And we walked a lot, and I was like, is she lost? But she maybe is playing cool. No. So cool. And I remember people, I mean, I was with my friend and she's Korean, but I remember like the other Koreans looking at me like, is he an alien? Like, what the fuck? Because those are the kind of places that tourists will never go to. Also because you cannot really see them. So hidden. But that's the true experience, like real Korean vibe. Probably I was the only foreigner that ate there in, I don't know, in 10 years. Yeah. I mean, I will always, for sure, I will always remember the feeling that I had while we were walking these little alleys, all in the dark, and I felt like, where the fuck are we going? Yeah. And you know, if it was like the opposite, I think if I was a girl and my friend was a guy, I think I would have felt really bad. Like where the fuck is he bringing me? It's one of those places that if you're a girl, you don't really want to adventure to, because there were no people around, everything was dark, lost in the middle of nowhere. But to me, you know, it felt like an adventure. I was so excited. Yeah. Now it's hot. The weather is really crazy. Today I wore a hoodie because it was kind of like raining, but I didn't want to bring an umbrella. Never mind, it's okay. Also tomorrow is supposed to be bad. Anyways, tomorrow I'm not going to stream, and probably not even Saturday, but I hope that I can buy another SIM card and, you know, try to understand how to fix this problem. Then now it's partially fixed because I thought it was, but then I don't know, the other SIM card died. So I wasted so much money this year with these freaking SIM cards. Really a lot. Let's go this way. Furniture is another lovely cafe, but for example, this close is really not that late. This one, I think at 9 is closed, something like that. Yeah, also here, I mean, this is really close to where I live, so I walked here a couple of times, but between these stores, you see, these small restaurants, the one has been around since 94. Korea citizen on petrol, what the fuck is that? Also this one, look. No, this, okay, this one, no, it's one of the little stores, Tambe cigarettes and stuff. That one is a little shikdang. This one is a little restaurant with these four seats outside, yeah, 4 chairs outside, and that's it. So yeah. What is that? Millimat. There is a smell in the air. There is, I don't know, feels like it's a mix of glue, paper, wood, and something else. Industrial smell. It is so cool, by the way. Or at least I enjoy this kind of walks. You know, take these detours around here. Always leads you to something new. There are so many little stores, so many, because I usually check only the ground, like the street level, but even if the buildings are small, there are stores pretty much everywhere. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because I know that maybe to many it might be not entertaining, but to me it's so fucking interesting. So I hope, you know, that for someone like you, Langstrand, you know, it can be enjoyable as well. It's really cool. I think I've never, honestly, it's not that I see many streamers going around in Korea in general, but we already talked about this, but for sure I've never seen like streamers going around these kind of places. Instead, when I see this kind of places, I always want to see more. Now this one should connect again to the Chungmu-ro, so to the dried fish market. The ajashi working. And plus, you know, maybe it's nostalgia, I don't know if there is some kind of, you know, synapse that is playing some trick on me, but my grandfather used to have a barrack with, you know, with same vibe, with all this stuff piled up one on the other, you know, different things. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, by the way, we entered the Chungmu-ro, and you know, the welcome is just by the peculiar smell, fragrance. Carpenter's workshop. Yeah. I mean, my grandfather was not a carpenter, but still, he had this kind of stuff piled up. Cute. Yeah, the flags are typical in the markets around here. But this one, you know, is a bit different from Hwajan, Xijang. This one is frequented for the most by Koreans buying these dried fish products, and it's all really 99% is all about these products here. It's crazy. There are so many. Is it open here? Yeah. It's a labyrinth of, you know, the same stuff repeated over and over and over and over and over. And I feel like, but are there enough customers for everyone around here? Look at this. Would be a perfect place to shoot some, I don't know, action movie. Like those were with the chase, you know, the classic chase. Well, you wonder what's upstairs. I don't know if I can go upstairs. It's kind of like, it's full of boxes. No, it's not abandoned. No, I think basically the vendors pile up stuff, but you know, there are kind of like houses, apartments up there, because sometimes I see some people like sneaking out. I think some of these properties got also rented. Yeah. I also usually come inside this place to go out on the street, but I'm in an office that there are like two really close. But I've seen like cute girls coming out sometimes. So you see also like on that side up there, those almost destroyed buildings. Those might be a room. I don't know if someone lives there, but maybe even some shop owners. Yeah, I think so. But I think for sure, I think so. That owners of the shop down here, they might live in the like up there. You see? I think so. I still didn't get any invitation, but yeah. I mean, some of those are abandoned. I mean, the one has all the windows destroyed, so I don't think anyone is living there. Maybe it's sort of like warehouse, but you see. I mean, there are the AC engines outside. Anyways, it's interesting. Look. And also it's pretty big. I can see from my window, because I'm at the 8th floor, that it goes on and on and on. Let's go. Anyways, I still haven't seen. I don't want to say, but any rats going on. These usually are the perfect places to meet new friends. But I've seen big cats around here, so maybe cats are keeping this place clean enough. 딸기코? What is 딸기코? Ah, it's a restaurant? So cute. 딸기코 means strawberry nose. Once the rats get big enough, even cats can stop them. Yeah, I mean, I come from Rome. I know we have nutria. You know, those big. I don't know. They're big like beavers, but they are rats basically. That lives on the river, like this big. Yeah, it's bigger than a cat for sure. Once I did a live stream and they were like eating the grass somewhere, and I also showed them. Really, it was a family, like I think big mom and the kids. This came from North America. Yeah, nutrias, I know them. Yeah. South America. I don't know, in Rome it's something that we always had, and yeah, I think I already talked about this, but there was one night I was with, I think an ex-girlfriend, and we were doing classic romantic walk outside in the center of Rome, and we were walking one of the many bridges on the Tevere River. We were watching the river, like looking at, you know, the things, the buildings, etc., and talking. and I remember this girl saying, "Oh, look, there is a cat." There was like kind of like a pile of wood, you know, floating on the river. I said, "Oh, look, there's a cat there." I was like, look better. That's not a cat. What? Look, it's so big. It's a cat. Look better. Yeah, it was one of those huge freaking nutria. Very romantic, gotta say. And she was like, "Oh, disgusting." Oh, why? Till it was a cat, it was nice to you, and now it's disgusting. Why? Just because it's a rat? The same. But that happens many times. The problem is not, you know, when you see it really far. The problem is when you go close to Castel Sant'Angelo. Oh, look, so beautiful around here. And then since there are the trash cans, and of course because of tourism, there is always, you know, pile of foods also outside and stuff. There are these like groups, herd of rats, of huge rats going to eat. I've seen also tourists taking videos, you know. Yeah, that's part of the city, part of the tradition. Anyways, I think it was enough blabbering about. Today we talked a lot about Italy and Rome and stuff. But I come from there, so nothing to be ashamed of. Actually, I'm proud of it. 노래방. Oh, 노래방. Maybe this is one of those 노래방 with the ladies. But a friend of mine told me that those ladies usually are not young, are pretty old. Oh, this one is cool. Ah, chicken. Oh, nice. Okay, this is sushi. So this is a place to drink, and then you can also eat. There is this fancy mix of restaurants and like places that, for the most, I think they print stuff because there are always piles of paper. But look, like these small restaurants, 6 tables. Oh, it's pretty cool. Travel lodge. Really, really old buildings, as you can see. But then you see on the back, also there, sometimes something new, something big just appears. Hey, Vicky, how are you today? Doing good, a little bit better also because I was so stressed because of all these eSIM cards not working and, you know, various problems. So I'm still like kind of like a zombie because these days, guys, I went to bed so freaking late and I stayed in front of the computer hours and hours. Yesterday there was a technician basically remotely controlling my computer, trying to understand why the mobile router was not working. I stayed like 3 hours like looking my cursor moved by someone else. 3 hours, I'm not joking, 3 hours, literally 3 fucking hours. I couldn't even eat. I had to wait. Yeah, I am tired, to be honest. I look tired because I am tired, but today, you know, I just went out and yeah, tested a little bit this eSIM card. Actually, I should have tested also the mobile router, but it stopped working. So yeah, I'm a bit tired today. Yeah. Is this okay? We arrived. Why there are so many people around here? This is one of the other entrance. Actually, is where close to where I live. Of the dried fish market. So let's go from the main street, and then I will end the stream. I'm sorry, Vicky, that you arrived so late, but actually I am late also to start working. But since, you know, I was talking with Langstrand about the neighborhood and I wanted to show a few things around, so I took several detours, deviations over and over. And now that the sun came out, it's pretty hot, so I'm also a little bit sweaty right now. I need to take a shower. Anyways, not tomorrow because I have things to do. Actually, I have an appointment with a friend, you know, and not even, I think, on Saturday. And hopefully, are you still working while in Korea? Yep, yes sir, yes sir. And that's, you know, another reason why sometimes you see me a little bit tired, because sometimes when there is a lot of work to do, I have to work till midnight 1. So yeah, it's okay, you know. But this probably because it's mentally stressful, but I was way more tired like this last 2 days, trying to fixing things that
Or maybe
you know, than when I have a lot of work to do. I'm tired those days, but like these days, yesterday I felt really, oh my god, I cannot do this anymore. And today that this shit happened once again when I was eating my burger before streaming, you know, going to the cafe. I was like, okay, it's not working anymore. Fuck it. I don't even care that on that SIM card that I put inside the mobile router, I already paid for 3 months. So it's not that I can even like throw it away. But I don't know, I will figure it out how to do. And it's always like this, you fix one thing and another one gets broken. What the fuck? So, but it's okay, guys, don't worry. I also have in mind, you know, places that I want to show you and things to do. So I should be able to do it soon. I just need to understand what kind of SIM card I need and where to get it. But yeah, since I woke up a little late, I'm sorry, miss your broadcast. I have to go to the gym now. I wish I could. Oh man, don't worry. Usually I stream between 11:30 or 12, you know, depending on the day, till 3:30, 4, something like that. And I stream a little bit more one day of the weekend. But today I started in any case a little bit later just because I wanted to test this thing. I'm streaming just with one SIM card right now. So my country time 11 a.m. now. And now it's 5. Usually this is the time that I already finished the stream like long ago. At least I should have finished 1 hour ago, because my working time would be with Seoul time from 4 p.m. But since it's flexible, it's not a big deal, you know. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for, you know, helping me out also with checking everything. Oh my god, yeah, my face is so fucking tight. And yeah, for today I think that's it. Hopefully you liked the walk around Uljiro. It was really cool, to me at least. And yeah, see you soon. As I said, tomorrow, you know, unless things change, about 99.99% I will not stream. Saturday I don't think I will stream. If everything is alright, I probably will stream on Sunday and then next week. In any case, I will put out content on my socials, because you know, I'm working always on those things. So I prepared. There are a few shorts coming out about Busan. You know, my time in Busan last year. Cool shorts. So you can, yeah, you can watch those in the meantime. And anyways, as I always say, lately I'm saying this: if you have friends interested in this kind of content, not really, you know, too much the socials, but you know, in this kind of streams, you know, going around, and also if you have suggestions, ideas, you know, call your friends, tell them to watch the stream, and also use Discord to tell me, oh, I would like to see this, or you know, you could do that, etc., etc. As usual, you know, I really would like you to be included also in the decision, you know, for my streams. And yeah, because my streams will get so much better, you know, with your help. So thank you so much, guys, and see you soon. Bye bye, ciao, have a nice day wherever you are. I want to do the heart. How can I? Okay. Ciao guys, it was fun. Ciao ciao. Maybe I can stop the stream somehow, maybe, not sure. Ow, I keep saying ciao ciao, hey mamma mia, it's me Mario. Where is it? It's not working.